What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you all how to do a sweat-proof foundation routine featuring the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. So I've primed my lid with actual concealer. I use the LA Pro Girl Conceal in the color Toffee. It's kind of like a primer and a base for me. I noticed that my eyeshadow was creasing less using concealer rather than regular primer on my eyelid. So I'll only be using two colors from the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. The first color I went in with was Ashes, just to bring color back into my eyelid. And the second color I'm using now is Ember. And it feels like I'm going in again with Ashes on a Q-tip. I use a Q-tip just to help me blend a little better. I'm now blending those two colors together just to get rid of any harsh lines. The brush that I'm using is actually the applicator brush that came with the palette, and I also use that same brush to apply the Ashes and Ember to my eyelid. All you need is a fluffy eyeshadow brush. I'm using a skinny BH Cosmetic eyeshadow brush just to pop a little ember in my crease. I'm adding the Sephora black eyeliner pencil to my waterline, but this is completely optional. I am now gonna pat the Neutrogena Shine Control Rice Powder into my skin with this wedge sponge applicator. This Neutrogena rice powder is so lightweight, your face will not feel cakey. I love to put it under my foundation for a long-lasting wear. And it feels like now I'm going to prime my face with a mattifying primer. The one I'm using is by Hard Candy, but you can honestly use any mattifying primer that you want. It'll hold back that sweat, it'll hold back that oil, girl. Get you some mattifying primer this summer. I like to pat in my primer, not really rub after I've put powder, because it just acts like another layer for that shine and that sweat control. The foundation I'm using today is the Black Opal Cream Stick Foundation in Beautiful Bronze. I really love this foundation because it's super lightweight for the summer, and it allows you to get that build up of full coverage without it being too cakey. I'm using the wedge sponge applicator with a little bit of the rice powder on it to go ahead and blend out my foundation. If you guys are thinking that my skin is dirty, these are actually moles. I started getting moles around my mouth after I had my daughter. I don't know why, but leave comments below if you know how to remove them.
Now that I am sober, I take back what I said. Sitting with this love.
I'm going back in with that same cream stick foundation just for coverage buildup.
We just came to I'm just sorry that ain't no.
A tip to further your sweat-proof makeup is using a waterproof foundation. That helps if you live in a super humid area or if you know you're going to be doing stuff outside.
It's no fault if I've learned anything at all with us.
There's nothing on this brush. I'm just using it to make sure my foundation is smooth and even. I'm going to add just a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the color 30 and blend it out with another wet sponge.
Then us against the whole world. Maybe you were mine and I was your girl. Whatever happened to the time that we spent sober? I take back what I said. I'm sitting with this love hangover. It's hurting my head. It's a little love October. We just can't do it. I'm just worried that there ain't no time left. You and I were over. Me and you are done. And I wanted to be closer. You just want.
Now I'm going in with my second powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth powder. I just put it over my foundation and concealer to set it all. The color I'm using is 355 Coconut.
I'm not sipping on Bacardi till it runs out. You are in the corner with your head down. I don't even wanna know what that's about. Cause you're the one that's always getting too wasted. I'm the one that's never that intoxicated. So that I'm in my feelings, so I'm faded. But I don't wanna think about the complicated. Young, love, got me feeling like I can't get up. Pushing for it, but it never lasts.
The last powder I'll be using is the Airspun Translucent Loose Face Powder. The reason I use 3 powders because that is my secret formula for a sweat-proof, oil-proof foundation routine. Y'all, please don't forget to set your brows. Before I do my highlight, I'm just gonna set my brush with some Prep and Prime setting spray by MAC. The palette I'm going in with to highlight is the Wild and Radiant by BH Cosmetics. This is actually a bronzing palette, but you know how we gotta do. For my lips, I'll be using the MAC lip liner pencil in the color Chestnut along with their mattifying lipstick in the color Spirit. You can leave your lips matte like this, but I was last minute feeling some gloss, so I ran and got my gloss in Fenty Beauty. I believe this is the Fenty Glow one. Last but not least, to top off our sweat-proof makeup, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set Spray. Let me know if this sweat-proof makeup worked for you all down in the comments below. And don't forget to live life your way. Bye. I don't really need a all a bad bitch need a I got pants in the coop, pressing at the roof. I got pants in the coop.